Most rock stars blow millions on jewelry and private jets, but Kid Rock spent $450,000 on something that'll make your jaw drop to the floor. We're talking about a garage so insane, so packed with American muscle and luxury madness, that one single vehicle cost more than most people's houses. But here's the shocking part nobody talks about. The $450,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom. That shocking part? Kid Rock's Rolls-Royce Phantom isn't just expensive, it's been completely transformed into something that would make the Queen of England lose her mind. This isn't your typical celebrity flex. This is $450,000 worth of British engineering mixed with pure American rebellion. Under that massive hood sits a 6.75-liter twin-turbo V12 monster pumping out 563 horsepower and a tire-melting 664 pound-feet of torque. But here's what blows my mind. This luxury yacht on wheels weighs nearly 3 tons, yet it rockets from 0 to 60 in just 4.6 seconds. That's faster than most sports cars, and this thing has a champagne chiller built into the back seat. Speaking of that interior, Rolls-Royce crammed over 360 pounds of sound-deadening material throughout the cabin. The result? You could probably hear a pin drop while cruising at highway speeds. But Kid Rock didn't stop there. He added his own twisted touches that would make proper British gentlemen clutch their pearls. Custom violin-shaped key switches? Check. American badass embroidery stitched into premium leather? Absolutely. But the piece de resistance is the custom bald eagle upholstery that screams America louder than a 4th of July fireworks show. There's even a fold-out table with a rear monitor for those times when you need to conduct business while sipping champagne from crystal glasses. The self-leveling air suspension uses a stereo camera mounted in the windshield to read the road ahead and adjust on the fly. Rolls-Royce calls it the magic carpet ride, and they're not kidding. This thing glides over bumps like they don't exist. But wait, if you think a $500,000 Rolls-Royce is impressive, you haven't seen anything yet. Because Kid Rock's next ride was built by the same guys who made celebrities cry tears of joy on national television. West Coast Customs. 1975. Cadillac. Fleetwood Limo. West Coast Customs. The absolute legends behind Pimp My Ride, who turned ordinary cars into rolling works of art that made grown celebrities weep with joy. When Kid Rock met with Ryan Friedlinghaus backstage in New Orleans, the mission was crystal clear. Build something that makes fans grin ear to ear and makes critics so furious they can't sleep at night. And boy, did they deliver beyond anyone's wildest expectations. They started with a pristine 1975 Cadillac Fleetwood in silver, already a legend in its own right and a symbol of American luxury from the golden era. But legends weren't nearly enough for Kid Rock's vision. The West Coast Customs crew stripped this beauty down to bare metal, spending weeks sanding every single inch until it was smoother than a baby's skin. Then came the paint job that should honestly come with a warning label. Piano black finish so deep and rich you could lose yourself staring into it, accented with gold details that catch sunlight like jewelry. This isn't just paint, it's automotive art that took dozens of coats and countless hours of hand polishing to achieve perfection. Vogue tires trimmed in gold wrap around custom wheels that look like they were forged for automotive royalty. The entire car was stretched out like a proper limousine, giving it proportions that scream luxury and power from every angle. This Cadillac looks like a luxury tank from another dimension, something that would roll up to the White House if presidents had better taste in transportation. 9 people can fit inside this rolling palace. 9 full-grown adults with room to spare. That's enough space for Kid Rock's entire crew, plus cigars, whiskey, musical instruments, and maybe a few folks who aren't afraid of embracing their wild side. But calling this just roomy would be like calling the Grand Canyon a small ditch. Black shag carpeting covers every inch of the floor, creating a texture so luxurious your feet sink into it like you're walking on clouds made of pure comfort. There's a sliding partition that separates the driver from passengers, perfect for those times when Rock's conducting business in the back and doesn't want anyone overhearing conversations that might involve million-dollar record deals or tour negotiations. But if that sounds like a party car, wait until you see the entertainment system that puts most movie theaters to shame. A massive 32-inch HD Pioneer TV slides up from a hidden compartment with the push of a button, revealing a screen so clear and bright It makes your home television look like an ancient relic from the Stone Age. Multiple headrest TVs ensure that every single passenger gets the perfect viewing angle, whether they're watching music videos, catching up on the news, or enjoying movies during those long road trips between concert venues. The black velour seats feature gold stitching that matches the exterior accents perfectly, creating a visual harmony that screams attention to detail. Custom American badass emblems adorn the doors like badges of honor, reminding everyone who encounters this beast exactly who owns this mechanical masterpiece. These aren't just logos, they're statements of identity that represent everything Kid Rock stands for in the music industry. But here's where the rock star lifestyle really shines through. Special compartments throughout the interior hold Kid Rock's favorite cigars, organized and climate-controlled to maintain perfect smoking conditions. His Jim Beam whiskey stash has its own dedicated storage area, because sometimes you need America's finest bourbon while cruising through America's greatest cities. They even engineered a custom ventilation system specifically designed to handle cigar smoke, sucking it out of the cabin while maintaining perfect air circulation. This means the car stays fresh and comfortable for everyone, whether they're smoking Cuban cigars or just enjoying the ride in clean, filtered air. The sound system deserves its own documentary. Premium speakers positioned throughout the cabin create a concert hall experience that can blast everything from Lynyrd Skynyrd to Detroit rock at volumes that would make stadium sound engineers jealous. Every note, every bass line, every guitar solo comes through with crystal clarity that transforms every drive into a private concert. Kid Rock summed up the entire philosophy behind this build with one perfect quote: "Anybody with money can buy a Maybach, but last time I checked, you can't buy cool. It's not for sale." This Cadillac proves his point better than any philosophical argument ever could. This isn't about showing off wealth. It's about creating something unique, something with soul, something that represents personality over pretense. But hold on to your hat, because Kid Rock's next acquisition has a backstory longer than Route 66, more dramatic than a Hollywood movie, and cost him $250,000. $225,000. Hank Williams Jr., Pontiac Bonneville. This isn't just any car. This is automotive history, music culture, and cowboy dreams all wrapped up in one chrome-drenched package. Kid Rock's 1964 Pontiac Bonneville was originally custom-built for country music legend Hank Williams Jr. by none other than Nudie Cohen, the Hollywood designer who jumped from rhinestone suits to customizing cars. When this beauty rolled up for auction in 2010, Kid Rock didn't hesitate. He shelled out $225,000 without blinking. But this car's journey to his garage reads like a Hollywood script. Originally built for Hank Jr., it spent years at the Smoky Mountain Car Museum before landing in the collection of Texas billionaire John O'Quinn. When O'Quinn passed away, the Bonneville went on the auction block, and Kid Rock snatched it up like any red-blooded American who recognizes a one-of-a-kind machine. Now here's where things get absolutely insane. This car has 6-foot-long Texas Longhorns bolted right onto the front bumper. 6 feet. Because subtlety just isn't part of the vocabulary here. Saddle-like leather seats make you feel like you're riding the range instead of cruising the highway. Silver dollars are embedded directly into the dashboard, and the gear shifter is shaped like a 6-shooter. But this isn't just a showpiece. Under the hood sits a 6.4-liter V8 engine, pumping out 306 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. That kind of muscle launches this big body ride from 0 to 60 in just over 7 seconds, with a top speed of 124 miles per hour. The 4-speed manual transmission makes every drive an experience. Drop that convertible top, feel the wind whipping through your hair, and let those Longhorns catch the breeze, like you're leading a stampede down Interstate 75. You might have spotted this beauty in Kid Rock's Born Free music video, where it fits perfectly with his outlaw country image. It's got that Texas meets Detroit flair that screams personality louder than a honky-tonk on Saturday night. But speaking of presidents and history, Kid Rock's next ride has connections to the most powerful office in America. Custom. 1967. Lincoln Continental Convertible. When you think of presidential transportation, the Lincoln Continental immediately comes to mind. Kid Rock's 1967 Lincoln Continental Convertible is the same generation that carried President Kennedy. and it carries that aura of status and respect wherever it rolls. Long, low, and wide, this beauty has that unmistakable slab-sided style that made the Continental an icon of 60s cool. That's the kind of design that turns casual glances into full-blown stares. It's finished in deep, attention-grabbing red with chrome trim that gleams like polished silver under the sun. The power-operated convertible top drops with the touch of a button, so you can feel the wind without lifting more than a finger. That's how cruising was meant to be. Inside, black leather interior provides comfort that's as classy as it gets, with padded seats and that giant steering wheel with the energy-absorbing center. But here's where Kid Rock worked his magic. He ditched the original V8 for something much meaner, a 460 horsepower Coyote Phi 8 engine, the same power plant they're putting in modern Mustangs. That's a completely different level of performance that gives this big Lincoln serious get up and go. Mated to a 4R70W 4-speed automatic transmission, you get smooth shifts and plenty of control when you want to put the hammer down. The stock Continental had a 7.6-liter V8 producing 340 horsepower and 485 pound-feet of torque, which was impressive for the time. It could manage 0 to 60 in 9.9 seconds with a top speed of 118 miles per hour. But Kid Rock's version, with the Coyote swap, easily shaves several seconds off that acceleration time while adding a whole lot more fun to every drive. Even back in the day, the '67 Lincoln Continental was a standout with updates like vertical grille bars, revised taillights, and that distinctive steering wheel hub. This car represents everything great about American automotive design from the golden era, but with modern performance that keeps up with today's traffic. Now, you might think presidential luxury is the peak of cool, but wait until you hear about the birthday surprise that literally rose from the floor of a packed stadium. NASCAR champion's birthday gift. Camaro SS. Most people get birthday cards and cake. Kid Rock got a flat black Chevrolet Camaro SS personally delivered by NASCAR champion Jimmy Johnson on his 40th birthday. But the delivery method was absolutely legendary. Kid Rock was celebrating his Big 40 with a concert at Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Right in the middle of the show, with thousands of screaming fans watching, a black cloth-covered mystery was revealed on the main floor. Then it rose 7 to 10 feet in the air and spun on a lift platform like the ultimate automotive magic trick. "I hope you dig your car," Johnson told him afterward. "I'll trade you some guitar lessons for driving lessons." The car itself is pure American muscle wrapped in stealth. Under that flat black hood sits a 6.2-liter V8, delivering face-melting 426 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. That's enough power to rocket from 0 to 60 in just 4.8 seconds and top out at 184 miles per hour. The 6-speed manual transmission puts you in complete control. No paddle shifters or automatic nonsense. Just you, the clutch, and a throttle begging to be floored. The SS trim means this Camaro's packing top-tier performance parts. Brembo brakes, limited slip differential, tuned suspension that keeps it glued to the pavement, and launch control for those days when you want to own the street. Custom details make this birthday gift extra special. Flat black paint matches the black wheels and black wall tires perfectly. The number 40 on the sides commemorates Kid Rock's milestone birthday. The fuel door reads, "Made in Detroit," while the American Badass logo sprawls across the hood like a badge of honor. This isn't just a car, it's a friendship between two American legends wrapped in 400-plus horsepower of Detroit steel. But if you think NASCAR champions giving birthday cars is wild, wait until you see how Kid Rock turned controversy into automotive art. The controversial General Lee Collection. Kid Rock doesn't just collect cars. He makes statements that turn heads, start conversations, and sometimes ruffle feathers. His General Lee collection proves that point better than anything else in his garage. First up, the 1969 Dodge Charger replica in that unmistakable bright orange paint that practically glows in the sun. The Confederate flag sprawled across the roof, and those signature '01 doors scream Southern Rebellion, whether you love it or hate it. It's historically accurate to the show, and it's loud, proud, and built to turn heads. Under that orange hood sits a massive 7.0-liter Hemi V8, putting down a beastly 390 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque. It launches from 0 to 60 in just 4.9 seconds and tops out at 124 miles per hour. The 4-speed manual transmission keeps things authentic. No modern conveniences, just you, the clutch, and raw American muscle. But here's where Kid Rock took things to the next level of awesome insanity. He also transformed a Tesla Cybertruck into a General Lee tribute. Bright orange paint, same graphics, even the Dixie horn. He rolled up to his rock and rodeo show in that thing like it was the wildest time machine anyone had ever seen. Think about that for a second. He took the most futuristic vehicle on the planet and turned it into a tribute to a 1970s TV show. That's not just commitment to a theme. That's pure artistic genius mixed with a healthy dose of, I don't care what anyone thinks. The Cybertruck General Lee represents everything about Kid Rock's approach to life. Take something modern, mix it with something classic, add controversy, and create something nobody else would dare attempt. The ultimate supercar. 2005 Ford GT. When Ford decided to build a modern tribute to their legendary GT40 race cars, they created something special. When Kid Rock got his hands on one, he kept it in museum-quality condition for nearly 2 decades. This 2005 Ford GT rolled out of the factory in Mark IV Red, one of only 669 built in that color combination for the 2005 model year. Bold white racing stripes stretch from the front bumper to the tail, slicing across the body like lightning frozen in carbon fiber and steel. Even the American flag sits proudly behind the front wheels, because this is American supercar royalty. Let that sink in. This was 2005, and this car was already quicker than most modern supercars. The top speed of 205 miles per hour wasn't just impressive, it was face-ripping fast. Kid Rock's GT shows just 3,110 miles on the odometer. For nearly 20 years, it's been babied, pampered, and kept in prime condition like rare bourbon locked away in a Detroit cabinet. When similar examples hit the auction block, they're selling for over $600,000, proving that Ford's modern GT40 Tribute was more than just a car. It was a rolling investment. Fast, agile, loud, and valuable, just like Kid Rock's music career. But wait, there's more to this collection that'll blow your mind. Remember that retention bomb I mentioned at the beginning? Here's where everything comes together in ways you never expected. Collection, value and blue-collar connection. Here's the shocking truth I teased at the beginning. Kid Rock's car collection isn't just about flashing wealth. It's about something much deeper, much more meaningful, and much more American than you might expect. The Rolls-Royce Phantom. $450,000. The historic Hank Williams. Bonneville. $225,000. The Ford GT valued at over $600,000. When you add up every custom build, every rare classic, every piece of rolling American art in his garage, you're looking at a multi-million-dollar collection that rivals any museum. But here's what makes Kid Rock different from every other celebrity car collector on the planet. He didn't want showpiece trucks or trailer queens that never see real roads. He wanted something bold but attainable, something that working Americans could see and say, "Hell yeah, I'd drive that." Every single vehicle in his collection tells a story about American craftsmanship, whether it's Detroit muscle, Nashville country culture, or pure rock and roll rebellion. The West Coast Customs Cadillac celebrates American luxury with a twist. The Lincoln Continental represents presidential history with modern performance. The Camaro SS proves that friendships and birthdays can create automotive magic. This collection represents more than just expensive toys for a rich rock star. It's a rolling museum of American automotive culture, music history, and the kind of bold individualism that built this country. From the factories of Detroit to the recording studios of Nashville, every car connects to something bigger than itself. When Kid Rock drives these machines, he's not just showing off wealth. He's celebrating craftsmanship, honoring friendships, and keeping American automotive culture alive for the next generation. So which of Kid Rock's wild rides absolutely blew your mind? Was it that $500,000 Rolls-Royce with the bald eagle interior? Or maybe that $250,000 Pontiac with actual longhorns on the front? Drop your favorite in the comments below, and tell us which one you'd take for a spin. If you're hungry for more celebrity car collections that'll make you question your own garage, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest automotive deep dives. Share this video with anyone who thinks they know what Rockstar XS looks like. Trust me, they haven't seen anything yet. Next week, we're diving into another celebrity collection that'll make Kid Rock's garage look tame by comparison.